I moved out and told my husband that I wouldn't be back until my stepdaughter leaves the house. I married my husband when his daughter, Trudy, was 22. She is now 36. He was 47 and I was 32. I have two kids, 20 and 18 now. Both are away at college. Trudy never liked me and that was fine. She has a mother and she was a full adult living on her own when we met. Her parents had been divorced for 6 years when I met her father. We live in a city with lots of tourism, so it was an easy decision to keep my apartment and do short-term rentals when my kids and I moved in with my husband. We also use it for out-of-town guests. Trudy and her husband ran into some financial problems last year. Trudy and her family of 4 moved in with us. We agreed that after the holidays I would stop taking reservations for my apartment and they could move in there. They would sign a lease and we would rent it to them without collecting rent so they could build up rental history and money. Trudy moved in last October. It was hell. She doesn't help around the house and neither do her kids. Her husband is working tirelessly to get money together for them, so he comes home exhausted. And he is more helpful than her or their kids. The 3 of them leave dirty dishes everywhere, dirty laundry everywhere. The house is just a mess. I have spoken to all of them, including my husband, about this. My son-in-law is the only one who makes an effort. Trudy literally said that I live in her father's house, so I don't get to tell her what to do. My husband did not back me up, so I moved out. My apartment is now empty since the holidays are over. I said I didn't want them treating my property like they were treating my husband's home. They are all mad at me for leaving and changing the plan. She actually threatened to sue me since they have a signed lease. I told her to go ahead since I could prove that I never got the agreed upon deposit or first and last month's rent, which we were going to cover to help them start over. I've been here for a week now and it is great. No noise, no mess, a much better commute for me to my work. My husband has been spending a few nights a week here with me. He wants me to come home and give them the apartment like we agreed. I said I would do that if we went back to his house that minute and it was in good shape. The narrator's voiceover goes here: it was not. It was disgusting. Like it smelled bad. It was as if 5 teenage boys were living there with no supervision. She saw me looking around in disgust and said that it wasn't her fault and that the mess was because they didn't have their own living space. Yeah, sure. I turned around and went back to my place. I offered to let my husband move in with me if he wants them to have their own space. He won't because he is retired and likes where he is. So like I said, they are all mad at me. My husband, Trudy, and her kids. Trudy's husband is the only one who understands my position. I will no longer agree to let them in my apartment, as I will also only move back once they leave. Am I the a-hole for doing this?
Here are the top comments.
My husband has been spending a few nights a week here with me. No, if you want him to take this seriously and deal with them, that has to stop. I offered to let my husband move in with me. Again, no, his lack of firmness, his failure to back you up, that is what created this mess. He doesn't get to use your sanctuary to evade that. Stop giving him this getaway. Make him live in the squalor that he is enabling. Oh, and not the a-hole, of course. And equally, of course, you be insane to let them trash your place.
Given her "I'll sue" mentality, I'd advise him to have his lawyer serve them with formal eviction papers. Not the a-hole.